make you money because you're an important friend and neighbor. For free checking.
Kalen Ryback, class of '74, are ready to assist you with your next cruise.
Very nicely done. And now the fans who came out with the Bellarmine players are headed back to their seats. And we're getting set for basketball. For Ohio Valley, they will line up this way. Kyle Davis, a 6'2 junior from Washington, D.C. Alexander Djorkovic, 6'4", and a junior from Lazarevac, Serbia. Mason Edjewell, a 6'4 freshman from McConnellsville, Ohio. Victor Demetrio, a 6'9 junior from Curitiba, Brazil. And Zach Santillan, a 6'6 freshman from Modesto, California. We'll see how Bellarmine goes tonight. Rusty Troutman was back at practice yesterday. He sprained his ankle over in Evansville in the Knights' victory over Huntsville and did not play against Florida Southern, but did work out yesterday. So we'll see if he is in the starting lineup. Al Davis, a 5'9 senior, averaging 14.5 a game, will certainly be a starter. If Troutman starts, he's 6'5", a senior out of Mount Washington, averaging just under 16 points a game. Those are the two starters we feel certain about. Let's see who else. Adam Eberhard will be the third one, certainly at 6'8", 185, the sophomore from Evansville, averaging 20 points and 8 rebounds per game. Good crowd on hand here for the opener. Kind of late arriving, but they're here on both sides of the gym, Mark.
Yeah, they like to arrive late here at Bellarmine. But it looks like a decent crowd. It's 3/4 of the way full. Of course, the end zone's empty, mostly empty. The students are on break now. But not a bad crowd.
Troutman is starting. Rusty tied for 22nd on the all-time scoring list at Bellarmine with 1,246 points. Tyler Jenkins will start, 6'2", and a junior, averaging just under 8 points per game. George Nutt, the senior out of New Albany, 6'5", averaging just under 3 a game. And Eberhard, as we mentioned, was the other starter. Eberhard coming off a 24-point, 14-rebound effort against Alabama Huntsville, and he followed that up with 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists against Florida Southern.
Yeah, it's we've talked about these 4 guards. We talked to Coach Davenport about it after the game, the last game we played. They're pretty much interchangeable. Al Davis and Tyler and Brent Bach and Jarek. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you put in there. They're all playing really on top of their game right now.
Well, Bach averaging 8.5 points a game. Cole 7 points a game. Jenkins 8 points a game. So it's a case where, again, no matter who they put in there, you're going to get some production, and not only points, Mark, but they handle the ball well, and they passed it and help out on the backboard as well.
Yeah, they're all playing super right now. Of course, there's Adam coming over to give us a little high five before we start, and he's playing as well as anybody right now. Really can't afford to lose Adam at this stage without the 2 6'9" freshmen that aren't playing right now. We need Adam inside.
Victor Demetrio from Brazil will jump against Eberhard. Bellarmine in the home whites, trimmed with burgundy, and they will go from left to right. Ohio Valley University in the blue, trimmed with white. Bellarmine gets the tip, and here they come to the offensive end with Davis to Troutman on the high left, and now to Jenkins at the left side of the circle. Back to Eberhard, right of the key, feeds it down the right side there to Davis. Into the right corner it goes to Troutman. Comes out on the wing, a 10-footer, doesn't go. War for the rebound, and Rusty got his own. Now to Davis, a 3 from the left side, ring it up.
Rusty missed it, but went after it, got his own rebound, and just threw a little lateral pass to Al. Now hits his first 3-point shot.
Bellarmine is man-to-man. Edjewell on the high right now to Alexander Djorkovic. Out front to Davis. Kyle drives in traffic, shot blocked by Eberhard. Tried to start a fast break with it, but ball went out of bounds. Davis couldn't quite save it. So it'll belong to Ohio Valley. This is a team that's being outscored by 37 points per game. Here's a whistle and a foul against Ohio Valley. It's on Alexander Djorkovic, the junior from Serbia. picks up his first foul. Bellarmine's ball, and Davis quickly motors to the offensive end to Jenkins, right wing, out front Eberhard. On the left side to Troutman, foul line extended, out front to Knott. And now off right side of the circle to Davis. Being pressured now, and Jenkins got it back to Davis, left side. Tyler comes to take it left of the circle, drives in the lane, kick out to Davis, alone for a three. That one rattles, and it stays. 2 threes for Al Davis to start the game for Bellarmine.
Great play. Jenkins that time got into the lane and threw it back out to Al. And Tyler had a shot, just didn't take it.
Edgel on the right wing to Demetrio. And now to Djorkovic up top. A screen by Demetrio. Djorkovic to the right baseline. He's double teamed, and a violation, a travel against Djorkovic, and it'll come back to the Knights. And here comes Davis again in a hurry across the time stripe. 6-0 on 2 Davis threes. As we played nearly a minute and a half, and the pass too tall. Troutman trying to lob it down low to Eberhard, and he threw it over his head, out of bounds.
He had Adam wide open, too. Rusty, usually don't see Rusty make a pass that bad. It was way over Adam's head.
And he would have needed to be 7'8" instead of 6'8" to come down with that one. Davis here on the left hash mark, drives into the lane, ball stripped away. Regained, though, by Demetrio, left baseline. A pass inside is batted away and stolen. Eberhard up with it to Davis. Al through the center circle to Knott. Left wing to Jenkins. In the left corner to Troutman. A three-pointer is off the mark, and Kyle Davis rebounds for Ohio Valley. Davis to the right of the lane, spins in traffic, puts it up, no, but he's called for steps.
Boy, 3rd turnover for Ohio Valley. They come in here averaging 20 a game.
Davis.
So they're right on pace.
Yes, they are. Here's Jenkins. Foul line extended left. Out front to Knott. At the high right to Eberhard. Right wing to Davis. Out front to Jenkins. Jenkins to the left of the circle. Hands it back to Troutman. Rusty drives the lane.
Wow.
In traffic. Contact. Couldn't get it to go. And here's Ohio Valley running the other way. Here's Djorkovic driving inside, and he lays it in. Alexander Djorkovic with his first bucket. 6-2, Bellarmine by 4. Davis right back, drives the baseline, kicks it out left side to Jenkins. To Eberhard, his pass inside intended for Troutman and off his hand, and Bellarmine turns it over for the second time.
That's that home run pass we talk about. Adam tries to throw a pass in it. It's just not going to fit, but he tries it a couple times a game, and that time it didn't work.
Davis angling right at long range. On the right wing now to Edgel. Out front to Demetrio. Demetrio left side to Davis, just inside the hash mark in front of the Knights bench. Throws it clear out front to Edgel. Edgel puts it on the deck, right of the circle. Right side, and a long three put up and missed there by Demetrio. And now a drive by Knott as we go the other way, and George Knott gets the layup.
George filling that lane on the left side. Beats everybody down the floor, and Adam hits him with a great pass.
Knott coming off the 8-point, 4-rebound, 4-assist game against Florida Southern. A deep three taken from the right side, missed by Edgel, rebounded by Jenkins of Bellarmine. They lead at 8-2. Jenkins to the right of the lane, right corner to Troutman, 4-3. Short, off the rim, and rebounded by Demetrio. Demetrio to Davis at the high right. Checking in is Zach Santalin for Ohio Valley. Actually, he had started the game and handled the ball a moment ago. Knott for Bellarmine underneath to Davis. Missed the layup. Rebound back to Knott in the paint. His 4-footer doesn't go. George got his own, and the ball batted out of bounds, and it'll come back to Bellarmine. 16 minutes to play in the first half, and Troutman will inbound.
Twice Bellarmine doesn't use the backboard and missed them both.
Inbounds pass to Knott, out to Davis for another three, and he doesn't use the board either, but he bottomed it out from the left side, and that's 3 threes for Al Davis.
Al has been red hot since that first ball game against Saginaw.
Davis hitting 45.5% from the three-point line, and here's a travel against Santalin of Ohio Valley, and that'll get us to our first timeout. It's all Bellarmine here in the early going. Al Davis with 3 threes for the Knights, and with 15:41 to play in the first half, Bellarmine leads it 11-2 over Ohio Valley. You're listening to Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
With Thornton's all-new mobile app, you can get great rewards while you're on the go.
Passport Health Plans is proud to sponsor the Bellarmine University Student Athletes Community Service Program, Nights in Action. Both Passport Health Plans and Bellarmine are dedicated to helping Kentuckians live healthier lives. For more information, go to passporthealthplan.com. Well, Al Davis with 3 out of 3 from behind the line mark, and now 8 for 14 from downtown on the season.
Yeah, Al's, like I said, he's really feeling it right now. He's got 9 of Bellarmine's 11 points. George Knott has the other 2 on a layup.
Alex Cook is checked in for Bellarmine. He finds Davis underneath, kicks it back to Troutman in the left corner. Out to Davis. Davis, left side of the circle, puts it on the deck to Knott at the high right. Now to Cook, right side above the arc. Now to Jenkins. Tyler trying to feed it down low. He does to Knott. Back to Cook. Head and shoulder fake, and he walks. And Cook turns it over.
Got called for that twice against Florida Southern. The Bellarmine staff has been working with him for the past 2 days, and he's been getting better at it, but he definitely walked there again.
Jarek Coles is in for Bellarmine. He's been playing well for the Knights. Davis into the offensive end, down the left side to Alexander Djorkovic. Djorkovic against Jenkins. Now to Edgewell, left side of the circle, puts it on the deck, gets through traffic, back to Djorkovic in the left corner, and he is fouled there by Jenkins. That'll be his first. That is the one thing that Alex Cook here in the early going of his career is turning the ball over. Does not have an assist yet. Now that was his 9th turnover of the year, and it's all part of the learning and growing process.
Yeah, and his last 3 turnovers have been the same thing. He's trying to make a move with the ball, and he's walking before he puts it on the floor.
Djorkovic baseline drive right, clears it way out front to Davis, top of the circle, spins into the lane, goes right side to Demetrio. His shot is missed short and is knocked out of bounds. And Ohio Valley having all kinds of problems. They were just 1 for 5 at the first media timeout, 20% from the field. They're down by 9 at 14:40 to play. There's a pass underneath to Coles, looking to get free against Davis, but Kyle takes it away from him. Bellarmine turns it over. And for the Knights, that's their 3rd of the game. Kyle Davis at the high right for Ohio Valley U. Dribbles towards the right corner, throws it back out front to Djorkovic. Alexander puts it on the deck with a left-hand dribble, drives the lane, underhand scoop is good. He has all 4 Ohio Valley points.
He went a long way with that one dribble, all the way from the top of the three-point line to the basket.
Cook at the top of the key to Troutman at the top right. Now to Knott at the top of the circle, hands back to Coles, to Jenkins. Left side of the key, Jenkins puts it on the deck, gets into the lane, underhand scoop, bounces off the rim, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Djorkovic picks up his 2nd foul and the team's 2nd. And Jenkins will be on the stripe. Tyler has hit all 4 of his free throws this year, and he swishes the first one. That's his first point of the night. Rusty Troutman gets a break, and Brent Bach, who's off to a good start, shooting 55% from the field. Junior from Augusta comes in, and the free throw good by Jenkins. That's his 2nd point. And Tyler leaves with Al Davis back in to replace him. 13-4 Bellarmine.
Brent coming off a 16-point performance last outing against Florida Southern.
Skylar Hunter up off the Bellarmine bench. He'll be checking in for the first time. Edgewell at the left side of the circle, puts it on the floor. The lefty stops and fires left of the lane. It doesn't go. Cook high in the air, grabs the Bellarmine board. Out it goes to Coles, right side to Knott. Thought about teeing up a 3. Out front to Coles. He fakes the 3, drives, good pass down low, and Cook is there for the easy layup.
Good shot fake there by Coles. Got his man up in the air and took it down the lane. A great bounce pass to Alex for the basket.
He gift wraps to the former male star, and Alex laid it in. Djorkovic deep on the right sideline for Ohio Valley. Goes behind his back to get away from Davis. Al sticks with him. A pass down low. Santalin's shot partially blocked. Volleyballed outside to Djorkovic. Goes up in the paint and lays it in again. Djorkovic has all of the points for Ohio Valley, 6 of them. Bellarmine by 9, 15-6. Cook up top for the Knights. Bellarmine trying to equal their biggest lead on this possession. Davis drives inside, missed a short shot, and Davis rebounds along the left side of the bucket. Brings it to the offensive end to Jewell, right side Djorkovic, 4-3. That one doesn't fall, and a foul against Ohio Valley This one is going to go against Santalin over the back. That's his first and the team's third. Eberhard and Hunter back in for Bellarmine. Knott and Cook sit down for the night. So Bellarmine has Coles, Davis, and Bach in with Eberhard and Hunter. Wayne Lee is checked in for Ohio Valley. Here's a pass down low, and Coles got free. It went around the rim, trickled off. Jarek fights for it underneath. He's got it back, dribbles it back out of trouble. Coles throws to Davis at the high right. Now to Eberhard along the left of the circle. To Bach at the top right. Off to Hunter, left side of the circle. Down into the left corner to Coles. Good pass down low. Another layup missed inside by the Knights. Eberhard couldn't get it to go in that time. And Lee knocked it out of bounds for Ohio Valley.
That's 4 layups inside that Bellarmine's missed.
Wayne Lee is from Hefei, China. Coles to inbound, baseline left, comes into Bach, and now out front to Davis. Full shot clock. Davis down the right of the lane. Al trying to shovel it off, and he threw it away. Intercepted by Santalin, but he then immediately walks with the ball and turns it back over, and Coach Mike Snell just gets up and tosses his hands in the air as if to say, I'm just out of patience with you guys with the turnovers.
Yeah, they're racking them up right now. It's 6 on Ohio Valley.
Here's Davis at the free throw line, stops and jumps, hit it, and a foul. Al Davis now with 11 points. The foul is against Djorkovic. That's his third, and that comes here with 11:51 to play in the first half. Al Davis with 11 points, and he will look for 12 at the free throw line when we come back. You're listening to Bellarmine Men's Basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Like Bellarmine Basketball, Highland Insurance is a family. For over 30 years, Highland Insurance has taken care of the Louisville community with high-quality auto, home, business, and life insurance. BU alums Terry Highland and Rob
The early shooting numbers, Bellarmine is at 40%, 6 out of 15. And Ohio Valley, Mark, is only 3 for 11, 27%, and they've turned it over 6 times.
Yeah, and the guy that has all those points is now on the bench with 3 fouls. So
right.
They're in a little trouble.
Bellarmine, to be honest about it, is turning it over too much also.
Yeah, they are.
5 turnovers, 5 assists.
And they've missed 4 layups.
Here's Davis on the line trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does so. So he has 3 threes plus the old-fashioned three-point play, and Al Davis with 12 points. He had a career-high 23 in the Florida Southern game. Kyle Davis drives to the right baseline, puts up a 6-footer, doesn't go. Davis with a rebound, leads the fast break. A pass to Coles on the left side, moves into the lane. He's double-teamed. Leaves it off for Davis, goes to Bach down the lane. Brent lays it up and in.
Another great pass by Al Davis. Assist number 7 for Bellarmine, or 6 for Bellarmine tonight on 7 baskets.
20-6, Knights by 14 with 11:20 to play in the first half. Pass on the right side to Edgewell, steps inside the line, misses a 15-footer. Bach boards for Bellarmine. Long outlet pass to Coles, right of the lane. Jarek into the right corner to Davis, alone from 18 feet. Left that one short, got his own rebound. Now to Hunter at the foul line. Schuyler's jumper, not there. Got his own rebound after it was tipped out by Eberhard. And now the Knights reset with Coles handling it out front. 10:50 to play in the half. Here's Eberhard. Right of the circle, stops and fires. That one a little bit too strong. And Davis with a long rebound. Grabbed it off the floor for Ohio Valley. He's in front court now on the left side in front of the Knights bench. Drives toward the baseline, feeds it off inside. Stolen away by Eberhard. Lead pass to Coles, one-on-one with Santalin. Jarek too quick, and he lays it in.
That's just a transition. Bellarmine's transition this year has been terrific. Another example of it right there. Coles filling the lane for the layup.
22-6. Bellarmine by 16. And Ohio Valley in possession with Edgewell with it. Luka Djorkovic has checked into the game for Ohio Valley, the younger brother of Alexander. Here's Davis, right side of the lane, 3 seconds to shoot. Djorkovic will get it off, and Luka's shot trickles off the rim. Eberhard saves the rebound inbounds to Hunter. Gets it right back to Eberhard, and here he comes. Eberhard, right side of the circle to Hunter. Out front, Eberhard. At the top right to Coles, drives it in the lane. Nice bounce pass, Eberhard, and he lays it in. Eberhard on the receiving end.
Yep. Eberhard went behind his man that time and couldn't find him, and Coles found him for a bounce pass and a layup.
24-6, Bellarmine by 18. Davis down the right side of the lane, in traffic, underhand scoop, doesn't go. Coles rebounds, Bellarmine trying to run again. Coles with it, and he is fouled from behind by Santalin. That'll be his second, and the fifth on the team. Jenkins comes in. Willie Sherfranz is in, and so is Rusty Troutman for Bellarmine. Knights ball with Jenkins. Right side to Troutman on the wing. Screened by Hunter. Hunter takes the pass from Troutman. Down low, Sherfranz. Willie reverse layup, lays it in.
Willie with a nice move. Catches it on the paint, goes to the other block, and scores.
Bellarmine ups their lead to 20 now, biggest of the night, 26-6. Under 9 minutes to play in the half. Kyle Davis, right wing to Edgewell. Edgewell goes baseline. Sherfranz knocks it away from him, out of bounds. Here's Rhett Troutman in for Bellarmine. He'll replace Bach. Victor Demetrio back in for Ohio Valley. And also in for the first time is Kevin Kenji from Rouen, France. Kenji to inbound, looking, and he throws it out high to Luka Djorkovic. Djorkovic at the top of the circle. The lefty puts it on the deck. Into the left corner it goes to Kenji. He's double teamed. Out to Djorkovic in the left corner. Back to Kenji. Ball knocked out of bounds and almost right here. I didn't realize it until just now. We're in the line of fire here, aren't we?
Yeah, you got to be heads up here. It's a hot spot.
Yep. 8:38 to play in the half, 26-6, Bellarmine by 20. Davis takes the inbounds and now will heave one up, had to beat the shot clock. Rebounded by Rhett Troutman, and now to Tyler Jenkins. Jenkins front court for the Knights to Troutman, right side to his brother Rusty. Out front to Jenkins. Tyler right side of the lane, picks up the dribble, out front to Hunter. Hunter, dribble handoff to Rhett Troutman, out front to Sherfranz. Right side to Jenkins. And what do we have? Foul against Hunter. Away from the ball. That'll be his first and only the second on Bellarmine.
I think it was on Sherfranz.
They call 32 instead of 23. I misread the
little moving screen in there.
Misread the official's hand signal. There's Davis, bounce pass left side to Kenji at the three-point arc for Ohio Valley. Brings it back top left. Out front to Davis. Davis now retreats way out near midcourt. 9 seconds to shoot. Davis into the right corner it goes, and Santalin is called for steps. And that'll get us to a timeout with 7:49 to play here in the first half. Bellarmine with multiple players scoring in the early going, led by Al Davis with 12 points. And the Knights have a 20-point lead over Ohio Valley, 26-6. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
When Bellarmine
Bellarmine, Mark, is up the shooting percentage to 46%, and Ohio Valley is going the other way. 19% are the Fighting Scots.
I'm gonna make this comment. This is the worst team I've ever seen in Knights Hall in 12 years I've been here.
Here's Rusty Troutman at the top left. Okay.
Bad squad.
Red Troutman out near midcourt on the dribble to George Knott, who's back in. Nice cut down the lane. Sure, France goaltending. That time Demetrio, obviously frustrated, slapped it off the rim, and that's 4 points for Sure France.
That was a great pass by Knott that time, hitting Willie, slashing down the lane. Willie's active in there. He's just so much more improved from last year.
I remember hearing Scott Davenport say back during the preseason, he will play someday at Bellarmine. Here's Kenji out front to a new person who's checked in, Lawimba Makuka from Gardena, California. He goes on the left side to Davis. Kyle throws it out front to Kenji. Kenji at the top of the circle, off to Makuka on the sideline right. Makuka back to Kenji, left of the circle for the three. It is off the mark, tipped up, and nearly went down for Santalin. Rebounded by Davis. He missed a runner from the left of the lane. Rusty Troutman rebounds ahead to Jenkins. Tyler, left side to Davis, thought about the three. Down low to Knott. Can't work with it. Now the ball knocked out of bounds by Kenji. Adam Eberhard is in, replacing Willie Sherfranz, who comes out and gets a handshake and a pat from Coach Scott Davenport. Rusty Troutman, baseline left. Here's the lob. Eberhard right there in front of the rim, just drops it in.
They've run that play 3 times now through the season and scored all 3 times.
Somebody will scout that, I feel certain.
I can't believe Coach is running it that much.
Here is Davis into the lane. His teardrop in the paint is good. Kyle Davis is heard from for the first time tonight from the scoring standpoint. 30-8. Bellarmine by 22. Here's Troutman deep on the right sideline. Out front to Knott at the top of the key. High left to Jenkins. Tyler puts it on the floor in the foul circle. Down the right side of the lane. Nice pass to Troutman. Out to Davis. Is this his 4th-3? Nope, he missed that one. And the long rebound pulled down by Kenji of Ohio Valley. He had it stripped away from behind. Davis up with it. Feeds it ahead to Jenkins by himself. Goes up and drops it in. Not quite a dunk. Kind of went up and just kind of dropped it down.
Still got up there pretty high. I think it surprised everybody in here. Had 24 oohs and ahs on that one.
24-point lead Bellarmine, 32-8 as we near the 5:40 mark in the first half. Kyle Davis deep at the right side, out front to Demetrio, puts it on the deck against Eberhard. Left side to Kenji. Kenji to Santalin in the left corner. Zach cross-court diagonal pass tipped by Jenkins, but he lost sight of it, and Kenji up with it, but now there's a turnover as there was an over and back violation against Ohio Valley. Alex Cook and Brent Bach back into the lineup for Bellarmine. It's like a revolving door here at the scorer's table for the Knights.
It's going to be. Yeah, everybody's going to get in. Just a shame the two big freshmen aren't ready to play because they could really use this experience.
Yeah, that's the thing. They are Ben Wire is close to maybe resuming full-time practice. He kind of does some things in practice, some shooting drills and some offense. Here's a lob pass from Troutman to Cook. Alex couldn't quite handle it. Tried to save it back inbounds to Bach. There's a scramble, and up with it is Ohio Valley. It is Davis to the front court on the dribble, to the foul line, to the lane, to the rack. Blows the layup, rebounded by Cook of Bellarmine. Brings it out of the pack himself, feeds it off on the left side to Jenkins. Tyler into the paint, goes up with a runner inside, missed a short shot, got his own rebound, missed it again inside. It's getting contagious, and Kenji saves the loose ball back into Davis for Ohio Valley. Davis down the right of the lane, steps through and can't score, but does draw a foul. It's on Jenkins, his second and only the third on Bellarmine.
6 layups Bellarmine's missed down there.
Yeah, they could have 40-plus points here at this stage.
That's been their toughest shot tonight, the 2-footer.
Davis at the free throw line, hits the first shot. He's got 3 points. Dorian Herron from the Bronx, New York, is in for the first time tonight for Ohio Valley. The next one up is Long. Tipped out, though, nicely by Santalin, and it comes right to Herron. who gives it back to Davis at the top left. Davis dribbles across the top with Jenkins riding him pretty good. Jenkins partially blocked a shot. Davis just throws it up at the basket, doesn't go. Cook had it and lost it, but knocked out of his hands by Demetrio, and it'll come back to Bellarmine. Skylar Hunter replacing Adam Eberhard for the Knights with 4:25 to play in the half. 32-9, Bellarmine on top. Knights going from left to right. Jenkins in a hurry to Bach on the right wing. Out front to Cook. Troutman high left for the Knights. To Hunter, top of the circle. Now to Jenkins, right side of the key. Out front Bach, left side to Hunter. They look inside. Couldn't find anybody home. Now Jenkins with it down the left side of the lane. Nice pass, Cook underneath. And his shot blocked by Demetrio. And we head the other way. Davis for Ohio Valley drives, misses the layup, left it short. Cook with another rebound for Bellarmine. He fires it ahead to Bach, right side of the lane, underneath on the baseline to Jenkins in the left corner. Bullseye. A three-pointer by Jenkins.
It's another transition basket. 2 passes and a three-point shot.
He's got 7 points, and Bellarmine has a 35-9 lead. 26 points is the margin. Demetrio posting up right of the lane, out to Santalin. He drives inside and threw a pass back towards Demetrio, and out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Another one charged to Ohio Valley. And with 3:28 left in the first half, we'll step aside for this timeout. Bellarmine rolling here in their home opener at Knights Hall. The Knights up 35-9 over Ohio Valley. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Ready for a night on the town with your friends? Two Vets and a Limo is veteran owned and operated, and the staff continues to offer dedicated service to the community, like their dedicated service in the military. Limo rental, party bus, and airport shuttle options are available. The driving area includes all the counties around Louisville and as far as Indianapolis. For an affordable hourly rate, call Two Vets and a Limo. Weddings, Derby Day, and parties are easier with Two Vets and a Limo. Call 812-525-7116 or visit twovetsandalimo.com today.
For the first time in my life, I'm eligible for Medicaid. The lady helping me sign up said, "Okay, you'll be on such and such plan." And I said, "Wait, can I get on Passport instead?" And she was like, "Oh, sure. Don't be bashful. You want Passport? Ask for it."
When it's your time to choose, ask for Passport, Kentucky's only nonprofit Medicaid health plan. Call 1-800-578-0603. Passport Health Plan. We take the time to care.
Back to Doug Orme and Mark Bug.
Bellarmine leading 35-9 with 3:28 remaining in the first half. The Knights have 13 assists on 14 made field goals, and Ohio Valley has no assists, but they've only made 4 field goals, so they haven't had that many opportunities, and they have turned it over 11 times. Bellarmine had some early turnover issues, but since they had committed 5 at the first media timeout, they have committed only 2 since then.
Yeah, they've played pretty solid last 10 minutes, 12 minutes of the ball game. This half.
Coles is back in for Bellarmine. To Bach at the high right.
Wow, that's
Here's a pass to Hunter in the right corner, down low to Cook. Alex goes up inside, missed the shot, went after his own rebound, and it's taken down instead by Mukuku of Ohio Valley. Now Demetrio working down the left of the lane against Hunter, throws up a wild shot with the right hand that's no good. The battle for the rebound is won by Bellarmine's Rusty Troutman ahead to Cook. Alex goes up, missed the layup, but it got hit from behind, and he will go to the free throw line.
I think Ohio Valley's coach probably got on him there during that timeout a little bit. Be more aggressive, because boy, they've been I thought there was going to be a fight down there a second ago, and then they fouled Alex hard on that one layup and then fouled him hard there on that one.
Kyle Davis picks up the foul. Alex Cook hits the first free throw, so he's in the books now with 3 points. The freshman averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds a game. Next one on the way from Cook is good, so he has 4. 37-9. Bellarmine up by 28. This is their biggest lead of the first half. Davis, right sideline to Heron. Heron, right corner to Santalin, and he hammers in a three from deep in the right corner. 37-12 as Ohio Valley finally gets to double figures here with 2.5 to play in the first half. Cook at the top of the circle and a whistle. And it's a foul against Ohio Valley.
Yeah, the refs are kind of like, I don't know, bored and kind of letting them play, but they've got to call some fouls here now because Ohio Valley's really come out since that timeout and pushing and shoving.
Heron got the foul, and Troutman will be at the free throw line. And Rusty's first is good. Despite all of the points for Bellarmine, that is his first of the night. Davis goes to the scorer's table. He'll check in for the Knights. Rusty Troutman puts it up, and that's his first miss of the year. He's now 11 out of 12, 38-12. The Knights on top with 2:20 to play in the half. Kyle Davis for Ohio Valley in the foul circle. At the right sideline, he gives it up there to Makuku. Back to Davis at the top of the circle. Davis looking for Makuku, right sideline, finds him. Comes to the foul line extended right area. Back to Davis, drives. The runner left it way short. Rebounded by Troutman, and Hunter had his back to him, and the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover for Bellarmine.
Yeah, not a good pass by Rusty. Schuyler's not the outlet man. Schuyler's taking off down the floor. He's not looking for the ball.
Al Davis replaces Troutman. 2:01 to play in the half, 38-12. Bellarmine with the lead. Santalin, left sideline, gets it into Davis. Davis to Heron in the right corner, drives the baseline. His pass deflected out of bounds by Bach along the baseline. George Knott coming in for Bellarmine, replacing Alex Cook, who leaves with 4 points. Rhett Troutman is in, replacing Jarek Coles. Here's the inbounds to Davis on the arc, left side. Dribbles toward the foul circle. At the high right, here's a deep three, put up and in. Down it goes for Makuka. Lawimba Makuka hits a three, and it's 38-15. Bellarmine with a 23-point advantage. Bach to Knott at the top of the circle. Left side to Troutman, now on the wing to Davis. Feeds Hunter, left side of the lane. Schuyler puts down a one-bounce dribble to a cutting Rhett Troutman, and he is clotheslined by Santalin.
It's another hard foul.
That's his third foul.
They've gotten really ugly since that timeout at 5-minute mark.
Alexander Djorkovic, who had 6 points early for Ohio Valley, has been on the bench since the 11:51 mark with 3 fouls. Free throw for Rhett Troutman, and he missed it long.
6 out of 8 so far from the Knights from the free throw line.
Kyle Mitchell is into the game for the first time for Ohio Valley. Redshirt sophomore from Miramar, Florida. Troutman getting ready for his second free throw, and he's got it. So he's got 1 point, 39-15. Bellarmine with 1:20 to play here in the first half. One of the Bellarmine assistants will chat with us here in just a bit. Davis, sideline right. Now to Heron. Heron into the right corner. Got it out there, and now back to Davis. Left it way short inside, and a foul. It's on Troutman. Rhett Troutman picks up the foul for Bellarmine.
Wow, that was away from the play. Bellarmine had the ball on the other side and was taking off with it.
That's the 4th foul against Bellarmine. So no free throws yet. The inbounds to Heron. Heron now to Demetrio, left of the lane. Mid-post, puts it on the deck, working on Hunter, trying to back him down. Turns with the left-hand hook, banked it, almost got it to go, couldn't do it. And a rebound to Hunter. George Knott is shaken up a little bit, still in the backcourt. Here's Bach, a three from the left corner is good. But now let's check on Knott.
Yeah, Knott got hit in the back. There's a lot of cheap shots going on right now. Ever since that timeout, things have changed. And the Davenport duo is really on the referees right now.
Yeah, they're talking to John Boylan here. Mike Snell, the coach of Ohio Valley, pretty frustrated at this stage of the season, and it's early in the year, too.
And most of the time, it's been Makuba, or whatever his name is.
Makuka.
He's throwing some, he's throwing some pretty cheap shots.
Here's a pass in underneath by Davis. Demetrio missed a layup inside, rebounded by Cook. Out ahead to Davis. 20 seconds to play, and the shot clock and game clock pretty much synced up. The shot clock is off, in fact. 42-15, Bellarmine by 27. Here's Davis at the top with 8 seconds left. Davis to the foul line, left of the lane, lost it, and retrieved by Mitchell. Bellarmine got it back, and box desperation shot sails just short of the basket. And with 0.4 of a second left, it'll be Ohio Valley's ball. The inbounds to Makuku, fires from backcourt, and it is off the mark, and that's the end of the half. Bellarmine leads Ohio Valley 42-15, and Bo Braden will step in here and chat with us for just a bit. Well, you've had things pretty much your own way here in the first half. What have you seen from your team that you've liked?
Yeah, we just got to continue to do things right. We're doing a nice job. We really focused before the game, getting 3 straight stops. We emphasize that in practice a lot. You got to get 3 stops to get out of a drill, and I think we have 4 or 5 sets of those to this point. So we got to keep grinding on that end. We've got to finish layups.
Yeah.
And it's part of it, but a lot of those layups are over, guys. We got to move the ball more and get clear, open layups instead of trying to finish over somebody every time.
Has this game gotten too physical?
It has been physical, a little bit chippy. We got to play through that. We can't get involved with it. You got to be physical at all times. The turnovers we've had are outrageous. I think we have maybe 8 at the half. So we just got to be strong with the ball, move it, and make that pass before you get to the man or before that man gets all the way to you.
All right, Bo, thanks for coming out.
Right,
we appreciate it. That's Bo Braden, the assistant coach of Bellarmine. And the Knights up by a bunch, 27 as a matter of fact, here at the half, 42-15. We will step aside and then come back, get you into our halftime programming. Again, the Knights rolling in their home opener 42-15 over Ohio Valley. You're listening to Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
Like Bellarmine basketball. It has been all Bellarmine here in their home opener with Mark Bugg. This is Doug Orme, and the Knights lead Ohio Valley 42-15, and they are shooting 46%, 15 out of 33, and it should be higher than that. You heard Coach Bo Braden talking about the missed layups or shots right in around the basket that the Knights have not been able to get down. They have held Ohio Valley to 21%, 6 out of 29. Bellarmine is 5 of 9, 56% from behind the line, and Ohio Valley 2 for 7 for 29%. From the free throw line, the Knights are 7 of 9, 78%, and Ohio Valley 1 of 2 for 50%. Individually for Bellarmine, Al Davis leads the way with 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting, including 3 of 4 from behind the line. 7 points for Tyler Jenkins, 6 for Adam Eberhard, 5 for Brent Bach, 4 each for Willie Sherfranz and Alex Cook. 2 points go to George Knott, and 1 point for Rusty Troutman, Rhett Troutman, and Jarrett Coles and Skylar Hunter have played and have not scored. For Ohio Valley, 6 points for Alexander Djorkovic, who picked up 3 fouls within the first 8 minutes, didn't play basically the last 11 minutes and 51 seconds of the half. 3 points each for Zach Santalin and Kyle Davis and Lawimba Makuka. Those are the only players for Ohio Valley that have scored.
The leading rebounder for Bellarmine is Alex Cook. He has 5, all off the defensive board. The leading assist person is Al Davis with 3. The leading rebounder for Ohio Valley is Kyle Davis with 3, and he also has 1 of the 2 assists that Ohio Valley has managed to come up with. Mark, it's just been all Bellarmine. They're just a much more talented team, and yeah, I don't know what more you can say, or what have you noticed, about this game that really we haven't already discussed?
Yeah, just too many turnovers there in the early first 5-6 minutes of the ball game. But after that, Bellarmine settled down and took care of the ball better. And if they had made 5 or 6 of those easy shots inside, they'd have 50 points by now. But they missed them, and but they're out rebounding them. They're out shooting. They're got 14 assists on 15 baskets. I mean, they just don't want to get sloppy. They know they're going to win this game. You can't get sloppy. You can't get careless with the ball. You got to act like it's 0-0 the second half and play another solid second half.
We'll come back with more halftime for you in just a moment. We're at the break with Bellarmine up 42-15. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
With Thornton's
Ohio Valley 42-15. This is Doug Orme with Mark Bugg, and we're very happy to be joined by George Suggs, former standout here at Bellarmine. Now he loves basketball so much he decided that he just couldn't stay away from Knights Hall, and he's back here and he does some commercials that are heard on the broadcast. And now here you are. You couldn't miss the home opener, could you?
Oh, absolutely not. I was excited to see the guys play. I've obviously coming back here, I miss it a little bit. I'd love to put that jersey back on, but it's fun to watch the guys play. They're my teammates for life. That's never going to change, and I wish them the best this year. I think they've looked great so far. I'm loving the way they're playing.
4 years went pretty fast, didn't it, George?
Oh man, crazy! It's crazy. I remember about the middle of the season last year. I looked at the freshmen. I was like, guys, you have no idea how quickly this will go by. And now that I'm looking back, now I'm watching them play, and it goes faster than you'd ever imagine. But I'm happy. I'm happy to still be here in Louisville, and I'm happy to be back watching the guys play.
And you're working, doing what?
I am. I'm working for Century Mortgage here in Louisville. It's a great company. They're great people, which was the big thing for me. I wanted to work with great people, just like I did here. That's kind of been the thing that I care the most about is working with good people and being around in a good environment, and I'm glad I got to continue that and stay here in Louisville.
What did you major in here at Bellarmine?
majored in communications. I was looking at doing journalism. I did the blog last year with Wave 3, and I kind of
which was really good.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I tried to just get out there and do as much as I could, and that's still kind of my mentality. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to learn and do whatever I can to be successful, and that's part of the reason I took kind of a different route coming out of school than I would have expected.
How did that happen? How did you get into the real estate?
Well, I went and had a conversation with Scott Wiegand after I was done, and I told him, I'm looking to stay here in Louisville. I want to be here, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. And his brother is the president over at Century, and he said, look, go talk to my brother. It may not be what you want to do, but at least go talk to him, and he may give you some advice. And went and talked to him, and we talked for probably 30 minutes, and it seemed like a great opportunity for me, a great opportunity to kind of put some roots down here in Louisville, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's been a great experience.
Does the game look easier to you from the stands, or do you sit there and say, now why is he doing that?
Oh no, it still looks tough to me. It was always tough for me. But especially now, I've been playing in some leagues on my own with some guys I work with, and man, my game is gone. I can't hit.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh no, you'd be shocked. I'm like a different person now, but I still get them up. I'll still get some shots up, but man, they don't go in.
I miss your three-point shooting, and I miss your blocks more than anything.
Oh, I miss him.
He's a career leader here in blocks.
I miss him too. There was nothing quite got me fired up other than a big three and a block shot. I don't have that adrenaline rush anymore, but I certainly miss that. Maybe I can get that from watching these guys. I don't know.
I'm sure you can. Listen, we really appreciate you coming by here at halftime. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
How's Mom and Dad?
They're great. They're great. They're going to be here.
To see them tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming here.
Oh, they're going to come to watch some games.
Oh, but you're going there tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
I'm heading home for Thanksgiving. First time in 4 years.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
That's another advantage, being out in the real world.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming by, George.
Yeah.
Have a good holiday.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's George Suggs, ladies and gentlemen. Again, one of the great players who played here for the Bellarmine Knights, and back to catch his team in their home opener. We'll come back with some more halftime after we take this time out. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. Both teams are back on the floor, getting set for the start of the second half. Bellarmine up 42-15, sparked by the red-hot shooting right out of the gate by Al Davis, who knocked down his first three-pointers. He finished the half 3 of 4 from behind the line. He also added an old-fashioned three-point play for his 12 points. He leads Bellarmine in scoring. It came in averaging 14.5 points per game. Bellarmine's next action after tonight will be conference play, December 1st and 3rd. That's a Thursday, Saturday, and it's on the road against Illinois Springfield and McKendree. In fact, their next game here at Knights Hall is not until Saturday, December the 10th, and that'll be against Midway. 42-15, Bellarmine leads Ohio Valley. We'll get the second half rolling here in just a moment. But first, we'll take this 30-second timeout. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. Mountjoy Chilton Medley CPAs and Advisors, offering a full range of accounting, audit, tax planning, and consulting services for businesses of all sizes, nonprofits, and individuals. As sponsor of Best Coverage, MCM is proud to donate a blanket to Blanket Louisville to help the area's needy during the cold months. With Mark Bugg, this is Doug Orme. Thanks for joining us tonight, wherever you might be listening. It's Ohio Valley's ball, and Kyle Davis has it to Edgel on the right wing, now to Demetrio in the right corner. Out high right to Alexander Djorkovic, who's playing with the 3 fouls and 6 points. Drives into traffic and immediately turns it over to start the second 20 minutes.
Had a defensive man right on him, and he came back down with it.
Jenkins, Davis, Rusty Troutman, Eberhard, and Knott starting the second half for Bellarmine. Good to see George playing. I thought maybe he had hurt his back in some way late in the first half, but he's starting the second half. Eberhard, left side of the lane, moves into the paint, spins from right to left, drops in a 4-footer right in front of the basket.
That's what we've been seeing all year out of Adam, just hadn't seen it today yet until then.
44-15, Bellarmine the lead. Ohio Valley the ball. A bounce pass to Demetrio on the low left block. They double him. Kicks it out to Edgel. He drives to the left of the lane. Stops, a little 8-footer, way short. Rebound, Rusty Troutman of Bellarmine. Rusty head up on the dribble. Leaves it for Eberhard at the top. Now to Jenkins. Foul line extended right. Tyler on the move. Jump stop right of the lane. Finishes strong at the rim and puts it in.
You know, it's almost to the point where you could just take turns. Bellarmine could take turns. Okay, now it's your turn to score. Go score. I mean, it's what kind of game we got going here.
Demetrio out front, leaves it for Djorkovic. Djorkovic dribbles to the right of the circle, out front to Edgel, fakes Troutman, now drives inside. He's tied up, feeds it back out to Santalin. His runner is off the mark, and a foul against Rusty Troutman of Bellarmine. That'll be his first. And the first on the team, 18.5 to play in the ball game, with Zach Santalin at the free throw line, averaging 10 a game, and he hits the first, so he has 4 points. Santalin, 38% shooter from the field, and missed the second free throw. He's 60% from the line coming into tonight's game. 46-16, Bellarmine by 30. Here's Davis's pass, knocked out of bounds by Djorkovic.
No, Davis just threw it out of bounds.
No, it did not deflect it. All right, so it's a turnover, Bellarmine. Davis at the high right, a screen from Demetrio out front, left side to Djorkovic. He goes baseline, feeds it right side to Santalin, up over Knott, missed the shot. Demetrio rebounds, puts it back in. Victor with his first 2. And now Eberhard threw it into Jenkins, but there's been a travel against Bellarmine. So the Knights turn it over. Davis, left baseline into Djorkovic. Alexander guarded by Jenkins, moves inside, and he's called for steps. He was putting a lot of body there with Jenkins. They didn't call that.
He just kept pushing him.
And they called the travel instead.
Wow. Just kept pushing off with his left hand. Finally he walked, and they called that.
Davis to Troutman, foul line extended right, out front to Knott. Nice bounce pass underneath, but it's intercepted by Djorkovic. Djorkovic driving on Knott, puts it up with the left hand, not there, rebounded by Davis. We go the other way, the long lead pass to Jenkins. Tyler, right side to Troutman. Troutman, right of the lane, out to Knott. Out front to Troutman, to Jenkins here on the far wing. His three is not there. Tipped out by Eberhard to Davis. His three is in and out. And the rebound to Demetrio. 5 new players will check in for Bellarmine at the next dead ball.
Yeah, 3 turnovers here in the last 4 possessions.
Edgewell's baseline jumper good from the right side. Mason Edgewell with his first bucket. 46-20. Bellarmine by 26. Davis drives, and now a whistle and a timeout called for by Bellarmine coach Scott Davenport, who does not like the sloppy play. 17:07 to play. This has been extended to a full timeout. And we'll step aside with the Knights up by 26, but playing sloppy here in the early stages of the second half. This is Bellarmine men's basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. Passport Health Plans is proud to sponsor the Bellarmine University Student Athletes Community Service Program, Knights in Action. Both Passport Health Plans and Bellarmine are dedicated to helping Kentuckians live healthier lives. For more information, go to passporthealthplan.com.
Bellarmine being outscored 5-4 this half.
Rhett Troutman, Skylar Hunter, Jarek Coles, Alex Cook, and Brent Bach are the new 5 in for Bellarmine. Comes into Bach on the left wing, and now out front to Coles. Coles against Kyle Davis. Dribbles to the foul line. Right side to Rhett Troutman. Tees up a 3. Way short. And Demetrio with the rebound for Ohio Valley. Gives to Davis. Davis at the top of the circle. Drives the lane. And we've got a foul. Offensive foul against Kyle Davis. That'll be his second. And the first on the team with 16:45 to play here in the ball game. Cook out front at the high left to Rhett Troutman. Bach cuts underneath. They can't find him. Coles comes midway out to take it. Top of the circle. Now to Bach left of the circle. Cook right side of the key to Coles. Jarek drives into the lane to Cook on the left side. Fakes a pass, and he's called for steps again. Coach Scott Davenport not too happy.
No, it's going to be worked on again tomorrow, I'm sure. They've worked on it 30 minutes the last 2 days, but not any better.
Here's Djorkovic at the top right for Ohio Valley. Now to Santalin, left of the circle. Bellarmine by 26. Here's Djorkovic, right side to Edgewell. His rainbow 3 is in and out. Tipped by Demetrio, no. Rebound Santalin, knocked away by one of the Knights. I think it was Rhett Troutman who got a hand on it.
Yeah.
Now Cook is having trouble. He lost it, comes to Djorkovic, and he spins and lays it in. Djorkovic with 8, 46-22, 15:55 to play. Willie Shorefran's up off the bench for Bellarmine. Here's Hunter at the top of the circle, left side of the key to Bach. To Cook on the left side, underneath to Rhett Troutman, works inside, hands it to Cook, and now he juggles, fumbles it away. They got too close together that time, and Shorefran's will come in, but first we have our under-16 timeout. It comes with 15:40 to play. Bellarmine up by 24, 46-22. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. We have a final score for the Bellarmine women tonight. The 8th-rated Knights defeated Kentucky State 65-48. They're 4-0. Chancellor Dugan happy, obviously. The game did not go to overtime. They've won 2 overtime games already and had 3 victories by a total of 5 points.
Yep, sounded like it was pretty much under control tonight.
Ohio Valley with the basketball. Djorkovic to Edgewell. His rainbow 3, right side of the circle, is no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul over the back is Djorkovic, who doesn't like the call.
He's looking like, what, on me? I mean, he's on Rhett's back.
That's his 4th foul. And the team's second. And it'll be Bellarmine's ball. Hunter between the circles to Bach deep on the right sideline. Now to Sherfranz, who's checked in. Fakes a pass down low to Coles, left side of the key. Hunter trying to get free on the left block. Out to Bach and out to Troutman. Rhett to Hunter on the right wing this time. Out front to Coles. His 3 is off the back of the rim. Rebound fought for and bodies down. And it's a foul against Sherfranz as he and Djorkovic tangled up. Willie commits his 2nd foul, and the second on the team.
Bellarmine 5 out of 13 from the 3-point line.
Djorkovic is out of the game now, and checking in is Lawimba Mukuka. Edgewell on the right side above the arc, drives it to the right of the circle, stops. Bounce pass to Demetrio, posting right of the lane, turns in the paint, goes on the left side to Davis. Davis out to Mukuka. Now to Davis, drives inside, underhand scoop, no, and he's called for a travel anyway. Not Rusty Troutman and Davis back in for Bellarmine, replacing Hunter, Rhett Troutman, and Coles. 14:43 left, 46-22. Bellarmine by 24. Here's Knott between the circles, left side to Troutman above the 3-point line. Out front to Sherfranz and now to Bach right of the circle. Right side to Davis. Davis faking, puts down a dribble to Sherfranz out front. Left side Troutman, jab step, now drives baseline, lays it up. Nice block, Demetrio. And rebounded to Santalin. Demetrio with a nice block, rejecting Troutman at the rim.
Rusty still doesn't have a basket.
Mukuka on the right wing against Knott. Out front. Bellarmine looks to be in a bit of a zone here. Here's a shot by Santalin. Missed it from the right of the lane. And rebounded by Knott. Up ahead to Davis. Right side to Bach. To Davis. Fakes the 3. Now drives to the free throw line. Knott. Left corner to Troutman for 3. Short. Sherfranz tips it out. Davis tips it, but it comes to Kyle Davis of Ohio Valley. Pulls up at the left elbow. Missed the shot. Rebound fought for, and Mukuka has it on the right side. Out to Davis, top of the circle. Back to Mukuka. His 3 is short off the rim. Slapped outside by Santalin to Mukuka. He drives, can't score, but a foul against Knott of Bellarmine. First foul on Knott and the 3rd on the team. And Mukuka, who has not attempted a free throw yet this year, will be on the line for Ohio Valley.
It's been one ugly half so far.
And his first free throw is good. Yes, it has. Sloppy both ways. What's Bellarmine? Did you notice that last time down? Were they in a zone really for the first time?
No, I don't think so.
Free throw goes.
I've never hardly seen.
Yeah, that's what made me kind of hesitate there for a second. Maybe it just kind of looked that way from.
Just Ohio Valley wasn't doing anything. Looked like we were
just standing around.
In the zone.
There's Davis on the right sideline, puts it on the deck. Al into the lane, turns, feeds it out to Troutman, right side, in the right corner to Bach for his 3. Count it.
Loves that corner shot.
Bach has 8, and it's 49-24. Bellarmine with the lead by 25. Yeah, they're in their man-to-man.
Yeah, another basket, another assist. Assist to Rusty Troutman that time.
Kyle Davis, right side to Mukuka. Out high to Demetrio. Here's a pass deflected by Davis. Nearly had the steal, but couldn't quite control it. Eberhard coming in, replacing Willie Sherfranz. Willie, 4 points on the night. Ohio Valley's ball with Santalin, sideline right to inbound. Gets it into Kyle Davis, matched up against Al Davis, a pair of number 3s hooking up here. 12:43 to play in the game. Bellarmine by 25, 49-24. Kyle Davis drives the baseline right side. He's cut off in there, lost it, and he's called for a double dribble.
Got cut off by George Knott. That's great defense by George, right where he's supposed to be.
That's 17 turnovers committed by Ohio Valley. 12.5 to play in the game. Rusty Troutman trying to get it low to Knott, and he is fouled from behind by Mason Edgewell. That'll be his first. Third on the team. Troutman, baseline left, gets it into Bach, left side, out front to Al Davis. A screen from Knott. Davis to the foul circle, to the lane, right side to Eberhard. Fade away, right of the lane, off the mark. Davis soars in, grabs the rebound for Bellarmine. Put it up, no good, doesn't fall. And the rebound fought for. Edgewell had it, and he is fouled by Davis, Al Davis of Bellarmine. His first and the team's fourth.
And another easy basket in there that Bellarmine misses.
Mason Edgewell inbounds to Kyle Davis. As we near the 12-minute mark, Bellarmine has led right throughout. They've led by over 30 points in this game. Edgewell on the right wing, guarded by Bach. Out high to Makuka against Troutman. To Santalin, being guarded by Knott. Santalin right of the lane. Flips it left side to Edgewell. Edgewell with 6 seconds to shoot. Gets it to Kyle Davis. Roars through the lane, but lost the ball. Up with it, Rusty Troutman. Ahead to Al Davis. Leaves it for a trailing Eberhard. Puts it in, and he's fouled. Nice fast break. Looked like those 60 Celtics that time, and Bill Russell trailing.
Nice unselfish play there by Al Davis to flip it backwards to Adam trailing.
Eberhard with 8 points. The foul was against Makuka of Ohio Valley, his first, and that'll get us to a timeout. With 11:42, Bellarmine leads Ohio Valley 51-24. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, of course, and if you're planning a meal, you maybe have forgotten something. You need to head outside tonight, keep the game on, and head for Thornton's, the people's favorite place to stop when they're on the go.
Only 9-9 this half. That's not a good not a good half for Bellarmine. They need to play a solid final 11 minutes here to get Coach Davenport back on their side.
Eberhard completes the three-point play. Adam now with 9 points, comes in averaging 20 a game. 52-24. Bellarmine with the lead. 11.5 to play in the game. Kyle Davis, right side to Demetrio. Out front to Edgewell, guarded by Rusty Troutman. High right now to Makuka against Jenkins. Demetrio trying to get free on the right block. They can't find him. Santalin out high left of the circle, guarded by Alex Cook. Off to Kyle Davis, right side Makuka again. 5 seconds to shoot. Edgewell at the foul circle, turns, fakes, fires, missed it. Good defense that time by Bellarmine. Troutman did not leave his feet.
Right. If he leaves his feet, he's going to get called for a foul. But he didn't, and it's a shot clock violation.
It'll be Bellarmine's ball. They hustle to the offensive end, going from right to left in their home whites, trimmed with burgundy. Eberhard working it around to Davis. Foul line extended right. Al puts it on the deck with the left hand, veers into the paint, kicks it back to Troutman. A three right side, no good. Cook soared in for the rebound, There's a whistle underneath. And the foul, it's on Edgewell, his second, and the team's fifth, and Alex Cook will be on the line.
Alex very aggressive on that rebound. Came flying down the lane to try to put that one back in, got shoved in the back.
He's Bellarmine's leading rebounder with 6, but he's also their leading turnover person with 5. Alex's free throw is good.
He's only played 8 minutes, 9 minutes now.
He's got 5 points. Once he gets the turnovers settled, he's going to be really good. Free throw good again by Cook, who has 6 points, 54-24. Bellarmine up by 30. 10:48 to play in the game. Kyle Davis on the dribble, yo-yos it with the right hand. Guarded by Al Davis. Kyle Davis drives it to the right of the lane, kicks it right side to Demetrio, tees off a 15-footer, doesn't go. Rebound Eberhard. The quick outlet pass to Al Davis. Davis to the right elbow, stops and jumps, missed it. The rebound slapped out to Jenkins underneath Eberhard, and he lays it in.
Great look here by Jenkins. Got that ricochet rebound and fired it right back underneath to Adam for the layup.
Eberhard with 11 points. Kyle Davis right back for Ohio Valley, and a blocking foul called against Eberhard underneath. That'll be his first foul. Team foul number 6 against the Knights. Eberhard has scored 7 points in this half. Again, he's averaging 20, and he's got 11 tonight. Alexander Djorkovic is back in for Ohio Valley. Small school in Vienna, West Virginia, a member of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Kyle Davis to inbound, baseline right side, gets it into Makuka, guarded by Jenkins, out high to Djorkovic against Troutman, gets a bit of a screen. Djorkovic left side to Davis, out front Djorkovic, he fakes, doesn't shoot, to Santalin, right of the circle, back to Djorkovic for a 3, got it. Djorkovic now in double figures for Ohio Valley, he's got 11. 56-27 midway through the second half.
Yeah, he's not a bad player.
No, he's a junior from Serbia, and he's got 11 points, and he comes up with a steal here. He's 1-on-2, takes it up and lays it in. Djorkovic with 13 now, 7 in this half. 56-29.
16 turnovers, Bellarmine.
Wow. Here's Troutman to Eberhard. Left side of the circle to Cook. Now Jenkins with it, left of the key to Cook, posting left side. Alex looking to make his move, drives into the lane, kicks it right side to Jenkins. Jenkins back out front to Cook. He fakes, doesn't shoot, now rises, misses the 3. Djorkovic rebounds on the far side in the corner. Quickly to Kyle Davis. Davis straight down the lane. His bounce pass is batted away, but it comes out to Djorkovic. Alexander drives in the paint, bounce pass underneath, knocked away by Bellarmine. Jarrett Coles and George Knott come back into the lineup for Bellarmine, replacing Alex Cook and Rusty Troutman. Just under 9 minutes to play, 8 minutes and 58 seconds. Bellarmine leading 56-29. Makuka with a quick inbounds, fumbled away by Demetrio and scooped up by Eberhard. Eberhard down the right of the lane to Knott coming down in the paint, and he is called for steps. Another turnover committed by Bellarmine. I'm looking here. Bellarmine turned it over 18 times in their opener against Saginaw Valley, just 7 against Northwood. Against Huntsville, they had 16 turnovers, and they had 16 against Florida Southern, so 18 is their season high.
Yeah,
and they're going to beat that tonight, unfortunately.
Against the worst team they've played in years.
Now they've got the officials who do everything here are wiping up the floor down to our right. I saw
we usually have guys to do that.
Yeah, they're looking. They're in the market. I saw a note on Bellarmine's website that they're looking to get some ball boys, ball girls to work the games this year. So you might want to contact the folks over here at Bellarmine, and maybe you can be one of those people here for the remainder of the year. Makuka to Wayne Lee, who's back in for Ohio Valley. Makuka gets a return pass and drops in a 3 from the right of the circle. He's got 8 points, and it's 56-32 Bellarmine. Eberhard, right of the lane, out front to Knott. Now to Jenkins, left of the key to Davis, left side of the lane. 15-footer by Al. He missed it. Rebound Santalin. He's gone cold, Al Davis has, since starting the game. A house on fire with 3 3-pointers. 56-32. Djorkovic dribbling on the left side. Gets a screen from Santalin. Djorkovic kicks it right side to Lee. Goes baseline. Throws it cross court. Makuka left side. Now to Santalin, and he hits a 3, the lefty from the left side. That's his second triple of the game. He's got 7 points. 56-35, Bellarmine. Eberhard, left side to Coles. He drives the baseline. The runner is good.
Good strong move by Coles that time, all the way down the baseline. Banks it in.
He's got 4 now, 58-35. Bellarmine. Djorkovic deep on the right sideline against Coles. Backs him toward the lane, and an offensive foul on Djorkovic, and that'll be his 4th foul as he pleads his case. That's going to fall on his 5th foul, rather. Yeah, he's gone. He fouls out with 7:30 to play, and he leaves with 13 points, and that will get us to a timeout. Let's see here. The officials are talking, and I think they're going to have. He's going to put a sub in. He has to. This is just bookkeeping, I think, here.
Yep.
Jewell comes into the game, and now we'll get our timeout. We'll step aside. 58-35. Bellarmine leads it with 7:30 to play. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network. And there have been a lot of missed shots in this second half. Bellarmine is shooting just 33%, 6 out of 18 in this half. And Ohio Valley 7 for 19, 37%. For the game, Ohio Valley just 27%, Bellarmine 41%. Not to Rhett Troutman, who's in there, and now Cook, or rather Coles, is bumped underneath, and a foul against. Well, they're going to. I thought the second it was going to be on Kyle Davis. Instead, they say it's on Lee. Wayne Lee, his first foul, and Jarrett Coles will be on the free throw line for Bellarmine for the 1-and-1. And he hits the front end. So Jarrett with 5 points. We'll look for number 6 here, with Bellarmine up 59-35, 7:24 to go. Free throw by Coles is no good. Took a trip, it rimmed out. And Santalin with the rebound to Kyle Davis. Davis works on Coles, right side to Edgewell. He lost it, and last touch, though, by Bellarmine. Coach Davenport, I thought, was going to give the team off tomorrow and Friday, but he might change his mind.
He might. Not real happy right now.
There's a drive by Lee, and Wayne got inside and put it in. From Hefe China, he drops in his first 2 points of the night. Bellarmine with it. Hunter out front to Bach. Inside the left hash, out front to Knott. 7 minutes to go. 59-37 Bellarmine. Coles to Hunter, baseline right. Underneath, and a layup missed by Knott. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bellarmine. Bellarmine's missed 10 shots
underneath,
inside the 2-foot mark.
Yeah, and nobody can finish scoring inside.
Mama said there'd be days like this. Here's Davis at the top of the key. High left to Makuka. His 3 is on the way, and down the well it goes. He's got 11 now. second high scorer for Ohio Valley, Alexander Djorkovic, fouled out of the game. He has 13. Not out front to Coles. Jarrett on the left side to Rhett Troutman. Rhett looking for his first field goal of the season. 6:20 left. 10 seconds to shoot. Coles dribbles toward the top of the key. Picks up the dribble, and he is fouled by Kyle Davis, and that'll be his third. That's the 8th on Ohio Valley. So Coles will have the 1 in bonus. He's got 5 points. Free throw is good. Coles now with 6. Jarek had a real good game against Huntsville, Mark. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Really filled up the stat sheet there.
Yeah, he's been playing all right. Gets the other one to go.
Yep.
12 out of 14 for the Knights from the free throw line. That's one thing they've done well.
And they do have 17 assists on the 21 made field goals. Kyle Davis for Ohio Valley between the circles on the dribble. Long range, right side to Edgewell. Bach after him. Edgewell to the right of the lane. Up and under move, blocked by Knott. Edgewell chases down the loose ball. Baseline 6-footer, no, but a foul. And it's on Rhett Troutman of Bellarmine. That'll be his second. And the 6th on Bellarmine.
Ohio Valley had a tough time just finding a shot the first half, but they've found quite a few open shots this half, and they've knocked them down.
Mason Edgewell misses the first free throw. He'll get another one. He was fouled in the act. Here's Sherfranz back in, replacing Skylar Hunter. Willie with 4 points. Skylar has not scored yet this year. You know, he's dying to get one shot to go down.
I know. He's had some good looks, too, tonight. And against Florida Southern, he had quite a few good looks.
Edgewell misses the second free throw, and the rebound to Coles. He motors ahead to the right of the lane. Now retreats into the right corner on the dribble. Out high right to Rhett Troutman. Left side to Sherfranz. Out front to Knott. High right to Coles. Drives the lane. And he's fouled. It's on Kyle Davis, and that'll be his 4th.
Good ball movement that time. Got it where they wanted to, and Coles drew the foul, driving into the paint.
Troutman is out. Rhett Troutman out, and Tyler Jenkins in. Dorian Herron coming in for Ohio Valley. He played in the first half. Coles back at the free throw line where he's made 3 out of 4. And the 1+, and he hits, so Coles has 8 points. He's an 82% foul shooter, 9 of 11 from the line coming in. Alex Cook in for Bellarmine, replacing George Knott. George with 2 points tonight. Also has 3 rebounds and an assist and a steal. Free throw up, and it rims out by Coles. Rebounded by Santalin, and gives to Dorian Herron. 5.5 to play. Bellarmine by 22. Herron bounce pass to Lee, guarded by Sherfranz. Right of the lane, and here's Bach coming with the steal. Gets it ahead to Coles. Bounce pass feeds Jenkins, and he lays it in.
It's transition basket again. I mean, they are so good on transition.
Jenkins joins the double figures crowd for Bellarmine. He's got 11 now, 64-40 Knights. And a foul underneath against Ohio Valley's Wayne Lee. That'll be his second. And that's the 10th on the team, but a player control foul, so no free throws yet. But from here on out, it'll be 2 free throws for the Knights. The Bellarmine women won tonight, by the way, over Kentucky State, 65-48. So Chancellor Dugan's Knights are 4-0, ranked 8th in the country this week.
They play here Friday, is that correct?
I believe that's right. Here's a drive by Coles, and he leaves it off for Sherfranz, and he lays it in.
Great play by Jarrett Coles that time. He is so strong with the basketball.
4:45 left. Bellarmine by 26. Kyle Davis guarded by Coles to a cutting Lee. Makes a good catch in traffic. Brought it down. The Knights try to trap him. They strip him. And the ball out of bounds.
Call foul.
And they called Sherfranz. That'll be his 3rd.
Could have called 3 seconds or 4 seconds or 5 seconds in there.
Lee has a field goal for 2 points. free throw by Wayne is no good, a little bit too strong. He was fouled in the act, so he gets 2. Bellarmine by 26.
Oh, Willie did a good job. Had his hands straight up, and I think it was Bach in there trying to reach and grab it.
Lane violation against Ohio Valley. That counts as a miss for Lee. Here comes Bellarmine. Jenkins kind of looked like he was riding a unicycle there. Hippity hop into the front court. Kind of leaping and bounding up the court. Here's Cook driving in the lane. Out front to Bach. Left side to Coles. Coles to Cook, posting left side. Faking on Demetrio. Spins to the baseline. Goes up. Left it short. And the rebound, Makuku of Ohio Valley. To Kyle Davis. Right of the lane. Right corner, Santalin. His 3 is short. Rebounded by Cook. Alex with the board. Leads the break. Right side to Coles. Coles to the free throw line. To Sherfranz on the right block. Willie throws it out front to Coles. Now to Jenkins, left side of the circle. Back to Coles, right of the key. Fakes the 3 to Jenkins, coming around from the left. Jenkins, bounce pass slow to Sherfranz. Willie works, goes for the left hand, on the rim and in.
Good move by Willie in the paint that time, left-handed.
The former DeSales Colt kicking up his heels, 8 points here.
He's had two nice moves tonight. First half and then right there.
Demetrio out front to Heron. With 3:25 left, Bellarmine by 28. Heron to Demetrio, left of the circle, puts down the dribble. In traffic, he's called for steps. And with 3:20 to go, that will be our final media timeout. Bellarmine by 28 with 3:20 remaining, as the Knights have put 3 players in double figures en route to their 4th victory of the season. 68-40, Bellarmine by 28. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.
I love your wall color.
Oh, thank you. I got it at Lanning Paints. They are Louisville's only local paint manufacturer, and they mix and match perfectly to any expensive designer paint color for a fraction of the cost.
Really?
That's right. We also bought a driveway sealer. My husband was thrilled with their selection and prices, and our driveway has never looked better.
Where is Lanning Paints located?
They're right in the heart of Middletown, just past Blankenbigger Parkway at 11608 Shelbyville Road. Sally?
Later on during our postgame, stay with us. We'll have the Burkhead Heating and Cooling Hot Player of the game. That'll be coming up on our postgame. We'll try to get a brief conversation with one of the Knights when this game ends as well. Bellarmine's ball, leading by 28. Cook with it. Front court to Bach just inside the left hash. Out front, Sherfranz, and now high right to Jenkins. To Cook on the right wing. Now Bach posting up down right of the lane, backs it out of there, gives to Coles. Jarrett lost the dribble, stolen by Makuka. Here comes Ohio Valley with numbers, but now Bellarmine quickly gets back to shut off the break. Kyle Davis spins against Jenkins to the right of the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Heron, goes up, he missed the layup, and the rebound to Sherfranz off one hop on the Bellarmine defensive backboard. Here's Coles, front court to Jenkins, high right. Sherfranz out front, gives to Bach. Now to Cook at the top. Left side of the circle to Coles. Coles dribbling, left side to Cook. Cook to Bach, left of the key, out front to Coles. Screened by Sherfranz, poked away by Demetrio. And with 5 seconds to shoot, Bellarmine will get it back. Sherfranz leaves the game. Willie with 8 points tonight. Rusty Troutman has not played in a long time for Bellarmine. And Rusty doesn't have a field goal tonight, just 1 point.
Still no baskets.
And he injured his ankle down at Evansville, and maybe not 100%. Here's Bellarmine with a pass off to Hunter. Desperation 3 out of the left corner. Only 5 seconds to shoot. Had to force one up there to beat the clock. Kyle Davis, right side to Heron. His wing shot from 15, write it down. Dorian Heron with his first two. So Troutman probably is not 100%.
No, he's not. Not even close.
But it's been, I'm sure, a lot of games since he's been held without a field goal. Here's Hunter right in front of the basket, goes up inside, lays it up and in, and Skyler has his first 2 points from the field.
He's got his teammates up off the bench.
That breaks the seal. Now he'll just go on a tear. 70-42, Bellarmine with the lead. Makuka at the top right against Bach. 1:30 to go. Makuka on the dribble. Top of the key, lets it fly from there. Back of the rim, no. Rebound fought for, and Cook has another board. He's threatening double figures here. Alex, nice feed ahead to Coles, and he lays it in.
Alex finally gets him an assist, too.
Yep, his first assist of the year. 10 points for Coles. Bellarmine with 4 players in double figures. 72-42 the count. There's a pass thrown away, intercepted by Cook. Now to Coles. Coles running in the lane, feeds it off to Cook. He fumbled it away, but Jenkins rescued it. Out to Coles, right of the circle, into the right corner to Bach. He's alone from there, and he missed it. And Demetrio with the rebound. 45 seconds to play. Here's Kyle Davis driving against Cook, and he dribbled it out of bounds. It'll come back to Bellarmine. George Knott replacing Jenkins, and Skylar Hunter are out of the game. Cook, Coles, Bach, Knott, and Rhett Troutman back in for Bellarmine. 35 seconds to play. Bellarmine will have to shoot. The last media timeout had them at 17 turnovers, so they may not surpass 18. We'll see the official numbers here.
Now we've got more than that.
Do they?
Yeah, Coles turned one over a second ago.
18 seconds to play, 7 seconds to shoot. Here's Coles on the dribble. Right side to Bach, his three again, good again. Brent has made 3 threes. He's got 11 points, 75-42, 10 seconds to play. Here's Davis working on Coles to the right of the lane, out to Heron. Into the left corner it goes. Santalin's three is good. Santalin's made 3 threes. He's got 10 points tonight, and that's your ball game. Bellarmine wins it 75-45 as they cruise past Ohio Valley for their 4th win of the year. The Knights are 4-1. The Fighting Scots drop to 4-0. And in a moment, after they go through the handshake line, we will visit with one of the Bellarmine Knights. You're going to have Willie Surefriends? Is that who you were gesturing at there? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll have him on here in just a moment. We'll give him a headset here. Get him squared away. All right, Willie Surefriends finished the night with a season-high 8 points, and congratulations on the victory. And how did you feel things went from a team standpoint tonight? You guys had the lead early, and you pretty much kind of coasted home.
Well, we came out pretty high. We started pretty well, but both halves we turned the ball over too much, so coach wasn't very happy about that. But, we played well. We did what we needed to do, but there's a lot to improve on.
Now, he talked about giving you guys Thursday and Friday off. Do you think he'll change his mind?
I hope he doesn't, but, we'll see. It's kind of unpredictable, but I'm really wanting to take a couple days off and then get back in here Saturday and get ready for our next game.
You'll be off.
You think so?
You'll be off, yeah.
I hope so.
What about your inside moves, Willie? A lot more comfortable. You seem a lot more comfortable in there this year than you did last year.
Oh, for sure. It's just getting the flow of the game, getting a little more minutes, and a lot of my baskets are from my teammates, though, just easy lay-ins because they hit me when they need to hit me. So
well, you made a nice move, a little left-handed hook down here, and you made a nice move the first half and went baseline and scored on that guy.
Well, thank you.
You're getting better. You're improving a lot.
I appreciate it.
21 assists on 27 field goals. That's the good news. But the 18 turnovers equals the number that you committed in the first game against Saginaw Valley. Yeah. Why do you think the turnovers have been a kind of a bugaboo here in the first 4 games?
I think sometimes we just get a little sped up. Don't play our game. Don't play Bellarmine basketball. But I think it'll come throughout the season. We'll start cutting down the turnovers and hopefully increasing the assists. So
Get in there and see if you get a couple days off.
All right.
Eat some turkey for us tomorrow, Willie.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Willie Sherfranz right there, who finished up with 8 points tonight for the Bellarmine Knights. We will get to the final numbers, of course, later on, but when we come back, Mark and I will kind of talk a little bit more about this basketball game, won by Bellarmine 75-45. This is Bellarmine basketball on the Louisville Catholic Sports Network.